Hey everyone, welcome to the Pace Studio in New York City. We're here with Raye Zaragoza. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What's the first song you're going to play for us today?
This song is called In the River, and this song was written in dedication to the Standing Rock Sioux and the movement against the Dakota Access Pipeline.
There's gotta be some hope. There's gotta be some hope. There's gotta be some way for you to send your dogs away and to leave the land alone. It's gotta be a crime somewhere in your heart you'll find. We're fighting for our right to keep the future bright and protect the ones we love. In the river is our sisters and our brothers. We are camping out for each other. We are stronger when we band together, and we're standing up for the water. Don't poison the future away. You've got to have a soul. Mother Earth protects us all. If you treat her with disrespect, then what message have you left for your children and their home? In the river is our sisters and our brothers. We are camping out for each other. We are stronger when we band together, and we're standing up for the water. Don't poison the future away. How can you take and take and not appreciate the soil? Don't let this black snake contaminate our drinking water. This is for our sons and daughters. In the river is our sisters and our brothers. We are camping out for each other. We are stronger when we band together, and we're standing up for the water. Don't poison the future away.
Yes. Yes, that. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
So that song in particular made some waves last year, or recently rather, kind of during the height of the protesting against the Dakota Access Pipeline. I'm wondering though, a lot of people, a lot of folk singers, protest singers, their songs and use their platforms to talk about their issues. And then there are others who write lyrics that address social issues, but then they don't want to talk about it. You do both, and that is awesome. What inspires you to both sing your message and be so fearless in talking about it?
I think it's something that's in my blood. It's something that radiates from my soul at every minute of every day, and it's not really something I chose to sing about or something I chose to be passionate about. It's just a part of my blood. It's a part of my being, and I'll do everything I can to spread awareness and use my voice, my singing voice, and just my voice every day, speaking to people and speaking in public about issues I'm very passionate about, and I hope that my artistry can continue to amplify that.
Was there a moment as a kid maybe where it clicked for you and you're like, yes, like this is how I can do this, and this is why it speaks to me in my soul, like what you were saying? Well,
it took me a lot longer to figure it out. Growing up, I feel like I was looking for answers my whole life. You know, I always was very frustrated. I was very aware, observant about everything going on, and it was something I didn't know what to do, you know, and I always used music and singing as expression as a way to let out that frustration. But it wasn't until, recently that I really figured out that music is a way to provoke change, and that we have voices and we can use them, and it's a choice. You know, so many people love to say that, showing up at rallies, showing up at the marches and calling your representatives and doing this and that, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, you're not really doing anything. Yes, you are. You really are. And you won't know that until you try and you see that you do make a difference. So absolutely, it's definitely a more recent discovery that I've been searching for my whole life, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what's the next song you're going to play for us?
This next song is called Fight For You, and it's just about that. It's about finding...
Perfect.
Yes! It's about finding your voice. It's about the camaraderie of meeting other activists and knowing you're not alone. I think a lot of us share the same frustrations, but you won't find that release and that... you won't find that fulfillment until you actually start doing something. And that's not just sharing on Facebook. That's actually showing up. That's actually marching in the streets. That's actually calling your representatives. And so I wrote this song really in dedication to all of the people in LA that are part of my community who do that every single day. So this is called Fight For You. Sorry. So yeah, this song is called Fight For You, and it's about fighting for ourselves, fighting for each other, and fighting for our land and our water.
Save the river, save the seas, save the mother and her family. How can you take what you want and say that we are free? You put oil in the water, we won't sit quietly. And we were cheering, stand up for what's right. Don't walk silently into the night. Take my hand and we'll see this through. If you fight for me, I'll fight for you. Save the oceans and the trees, save the people who are in need. How can you do what you want and say you come in peace? You don't open your eyes, how can you see? And we were cheering, stand up for what's right. Don't walk silently look down when we march downtown for some truth. 'Cause you can't complain if you don't find a way to stand up for what's right. Don't walk silently into the night. Take my hand and we'll see this through. Stand up for what's right. Don't walk silently into the night. Take my hand and we'll see this through. If you fight for me, I'll fight for you. If you fight for me, I'll fight for you.
So Fight For You is also the name of your debut album that comes out on Friday, right?
Came out yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's live in the world now. So I saw that, first of all, you used Pledge Music to help raise funds for that record, but also that you decided to donate a percentage of what you raised on that platform to the National Indian Child Care Association.
Yes.
So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about why you decided to use Pledge Music and crowdfunding tactics, and also why you decided to donate to that organization in particular.
Sure. I decided to go with Pledge Music because they're so supportive of independent musicians and of working with artists who, don't have record labels, don't have booking agents, are really in it on their own, which is how I am, and I want to make sure that I can always use my music as a platform to speak my mind, and I want to make sure that, I have the power to keep control so I can, use my funds from the album to support organizations and to support things that I believe in. And for that reason, I really like remaining independent. And so I chose to donate it to that particular organization because I believe that our youth is what we need to protect most. Our youth is our future. Our youth is why we need to fight for the water. And our youth is doing a lot for us right now. The movement at Standing Rock against the Dakota Access Pipeline was started by the youth of the Standing Rock tribe. So I think it's just really powerful to honor the youth and always give back and do what we can to support our children. So yeah.
Totally. Amazing. You are also of Native descent, correct?
Yes. I am a mixed person. I have I'm half Taiwanese, and then my dad is indigenous on both sides of the border, indigenous, the Pima, Akame Otoam descent from Arizona, and also indigenous roots in Mexico.
Wow. What draws you to, I guess, the American side of things, considering that you have a lot of international connections in your roots?
Yeah, I definitely want to keep digging back to all my roots and seeing, traveling to Mexico and seeing where my family exactly was from there, and traveling back to Taiwan. My mom, she was from the island of Formosa when she was a child. It was called the island of Formosa, but through the colonization of her island, it became Taiwan. So there's colonization all over the world, and so we need to open our eyes. What we say is decolonize your mind. Think about everything before, there were changes made and people were forced out of their living, and people were forced to change. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is decolonize my mind so I can work back to my roots and use my music as a way to support those roots and fight for the interests of indigenous people all over the world, really.
Yeah. Well, what's the next song you've got for us today?
So this song is called American Dream.
These are just flawless transitions.
I know. We got this down. American Dream, this was like the last song I wrote on the album. I kind of I feel like everyone has that one song that was written like the week before you went to record the album. And this song, I think about it in quotations, like quote unquote American Dream. A lot of people fail to consider and realize that there were people here before it was even called America.
Dude.
And so this song is a reflection upon that. And, you know, growing up somewhere, knowing it as a certain thing, you know, growing up, they say you're American, you live in America, you're American. But I've come to realize that I don't fully identify with that. I identify with a broader identification and a broader awareness. So this song is about those thoughts and that contemplation.
Well, whenever you're ready.
Sure.
I've been thinking about the news. Daddy leaves it on all day through. I've been thinking about the wars. To be honest, I can't take it anymore. I hear you every day. The awful words you say. And hate can be the face of the American dream. I've been thinking about my life. How one day I wanna be a mother and a wife. I've been scared of that thought too. In a world of struggle, what are we gonna do? I hear you every day saying it's gonna be okay. But hate can be the face of the American dream. And I know we've got a long way to go, but I've got to believe that change is a choice and it can start with me. I've been thinking about our mother, how they took her away from her people, put her in a boarding school, away from her brother, sister, and culture. I can see her every night, saying you gotta make this right. But hate can't be the face of the American dream. We've got a long way to go, but I've got to believe that change is a choice and it can start with me. And change is a choice and it can start with me. And change is a choice and it can start with you.
So I actually meant to add, for anyone tuning in, that your Pledge Music campaign is actually still going on for like 16 days, I think
so,
it
yeah.
said. So if anyone is digging these tunes, wants to support, but also wants to support the organization that you're highlighting, that's a thing. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to kind of open up this platform and give you the opportunity to talk about other issues that are going on in Native communities here in the U.S. and what people who maybe aren't familiar with it necessarily should be aware of at this time.
Yeah, sure. So, well, that song, you know, it's the first song on the album, and I like to think of it as a prelude and a call to action, because the lyric is, and change is a choice, and it can start with me, and change is a choice, and it can start with you.
And it can start with you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's it. I think growing up, a lot of us feel so helpless. Like, I want to, like, we're so angsty. I want to change all these things about the world, but like, I can't, But no, you can. You really can. And I think it's important to know that change is a choice, and it can start with you. Right now, we have the Save Oak Flat Act. Oak Flat is a sacred site to the Apache, San Carlos Apache in Arizona. It's a beautiful site that is right now at risk to be just, destroyed by copper mining. And what you can do is you can call your representatives and make sure that they're supporting the Save Oak Flat Act. And we
Even
have
outside of Arizona, like
anywhere.
I'm
in the
registered in
country.
Florida. I can call my representatives.
Yes, you can call
Okay.
all your representatives. There's 2 acts right now. They're identical, so you can call your representatives and ask if they're supporting. And if they are, good. If they're not, make sure you get all your friends so you can keep calling and making sure that they support the act. This is something that's been going on for 2 years, and it's been renewed right now. So we're fighting hard to make sure this act pushes through. So there's a link we have here on the live stream where you can find out more information about that. In addition, we have Protect Mauna Kea, which is a beautiful, it's the largest mountain, and right now it's at risk from TMT trying to create a giant telescope on the beautiful sacred mountain. So if you look up Protect Mauna Kea, you can find out more about Mauna Kea. Free Red Fawn. Red Fawn is still in prison. She is a prisoner from the Dakota Access Pipeline protests. She's a water protector, and you can write to her, you can support her, you can wear red on Fridays to support Red Fawn, and make sure we're spreading awareness about that too, because she's a political prisoner and she deserves to be free. And yeah, so make sure to call your representatives. We have the link right there for more information.
Excellent. We've got one more for us today. Is that right?
Yes.
What's your last song?
Yes, I have one more song. This one is just a love song. I'm a city girl. I'm from here in New York City, and my home's always inspired me. So I'm gonna sing a song. It's called Bushwick Avenue. It's about Brooklyn, New York.
About you, been thinking about you. Ooh. I've been taking my time with you, been taking my time with you, but falling quickly too. And sometimes how I lose my mind when I am feeling fine, since I have been with you. Was 14th Street in 2013, down to your house at odd hours of the night. Crosstown train, we've been staying out too late. Bushwick Avenue has never been the same. I've been looking at the view, been thinking about the truth and what's gonna happen to you. I've been lying awake at night, wondering how we can make this right, and how love will follow through. And sometimes how I lose my mind when I am feeling fine, since I have been with you. Was 14th Street in 2013, down to your house at odd hours of the night. Bushwick Avenue has never been the same. Love me do, there wasn't much for us to do. Haven't been to Brooklyn since I fell in love with you. Was 14th Street in 2013, down to your house at odd hours of the night. Cross-town train, we've been staying out too late. Bushwick Avenue has never been the same. Love me do, there wasn't much for us to do. Haven't been to Brooklyn since I fell in love with you. Haven't been to Brooklyn since I fell in love with you.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. For anyone tuning in and anyone based in New York, the album release party is tomorrow at Rockwood. Fight for You debut album is out now. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, Rockwood, album release show, and back in California, I'll be playing at California World Fest in just 2 weeks. So I'll be on both sides of the coast, so I hope to see you.